lights begin to fade.
Are you laughing at Ray's graphics?
I like them. Yeah, I like them a lot.
I can tell. I think he's serious, Ray. I think he's serious.
They're really good. He works real hard on them.
Bobby is drunk on the power of pissing you off right now.
It's working. It's working. It's working.
Speaking of getting pissed off, this Mike Vrabel, Diana Rossini, New England Patriots story just got a little bit juicier, a little bit thicker this week. Now, Vrabel did talk in a surprise press conference, did talk this week, 2 days before the NFL draft. So maybe we're on the precipice of this thing fading a little bit, seeing as he's finally spoken. But before all of that happened, we had the smokescreen that is the A.J. Brown, the breaking A.J. Brown news from Adam Schefter, which was the same exact news that we've heard about the A.J. Brown and Patriots rumors for the last 3 months. I'll give you what Adam Schefter said here, and you tell me if you believe this has any traction at all. Adam Schefter said, quote, no matter what happens at this week's draft, an A.J. Brown trade to the Patriots is still on the table and still tracking to happen on or after June 1st, per league sources. The two sides have discussed the deal, but neither has been willing to commit to it until after June 1st, when Brown's $40 million cap hit charge would be split between this year and next year for the Philadelphia Eagles. All elements remain in place to make this happen, and Brown to the Patriots is still the likely outcome, just not during this week's draft, per sources. He goes on to say the Patriots remain at the forefront of trade talks for Brown. Another team could always emerge, and there's a lot of time between now and June 1st. But as of now, multiple sources say they believe Brown and the Patriots are likely to become a tandem. Raymond, what's the new piece of news we should be gleaning from Mr. Adam Schefter there about A.J. Brown to the New England Patriots?
That's going to happen no matter what. It's happening. He's coming. He's coming no matter if it's not the draft day, he's coming June 1st. No matter what, A.J. Brown will be a New England Patriot. It's just when.
Wrong. The news that we got out of that is the Patriots don't want you talking about fucking Diana Rossini banging Mike Vrabel anymore. That's the news that we got out of that. That's the news we got out of the A.J. Brown smokescreen. That's why I called it a smokescreen, Ray. I gave you the test. I opened the book. It was an open book test. We said it right from the jump. A.J. Brown, smokescreen, not smoke signal. Maybe you got distracted because Bobby's being passively aggressive mean to you tonight. We'll put that on the table. And I'll give you some more proof, Bobby, because it came out from something called In Touch Magazine. That's not You Touch Magazine. That's something that Irene subscribes to. The In Touch Magazine went on to say Robert Kraft, owner of the New England Patriots, tried to stop the New York Post from publishing shocking photos of head coach Mike Vrabel and the Athletic reporter Diana Rossini, according to multiple sources. Robert Kraft intervened and had his honchos pressure the Post before they published and tried to kill the story. We need honchos. A source exclusively tells In Touch the Post gave Vrabel a longer time to respond. It was at 2 days.
No.
A longer time to respond than what is considered industry norms. Kraft took advantage of that extended time frame to put pressure on the reporter and the newspaper. A notorious crisis strategist, we also need one of those, made the call, but was unsuccessful in neutering the story. So you combine the fact that Robert Kraft tried to kill this thing over a 48-hour period, and they gave Adam Schefter some bullshit news about A.J. Brown still coming to the Patriots, right, all in line with Mike Vrabel coming out and kind of putting it to bed at the press conference today, Bobby. And I go, these squids, these squirmy fucking wormy squids, just let it. They banged, okay? They banged. Mike Vrabel came out and said it was laughable 2 days after they went through this crisis avert and they tried to kill the story, and he still came out and denied it. Like, this thing was handled so poorly, so stupidly. Like, they just is it a billionaire thing that they just think that they can pay off everybody? They can get over on every single person. These arrogant cucks. God, how just so stupid. I'll give you a second, Bobby. I know I'm rambling, but when this first broke, all of our initial responses was, God, this is annoying. I don't want to have to deal with this. I just want to think about a good football season coming up. And they just perpetuated the annoyingness through this whole process. And hopefully, with Vrabel speaking today, we'll put a bit of an end to it. But as of right now, they still look horrible. Everyone involved looks like a dope or a dummy or just
Or chooch.
yeah. Your thoughts?
This whole thing has been so irritating and annoying, and it's been about 2 weeks that it's gone on, and there hasn't been any real new information with the whole Vrabel-Rossini thing. I'm sure people have dug into every crevice to get whatever it is that they could. This thing, Vrabel, he does have a lot to prove now with what's happened here. As to one, was last season a fluke? Now this guy, he kind of looks like a goof going out and doing this, getting caught out in public with another public figure. He does have to address it with the team. He said he's done that. He still has new teammates coming in. If you're a coach and you're going to go out there with the message of making good decisions and you've publicly made a fool of yourself, your message could be go through deaf ears.
I will say this. I listened and watched the press conference he gave today, and he's pretty good. He's pretty good. And I don't think maybe he's full of shit and he's really good, but I don't think so. I think
you don't think he pre-read that and made sure that he got it all and emphasized certain points?
They probably spoke with his crisis manager and publicist and whoever else, and Stacey James and the Patriots all crafted the message they wanted to get across. But it felt genuine, so maybe he's just really good. But I'm going to go with he was genuine, and I'll give you some quotes that he had to say from the presser. I guess he had a on record but off camera Q&A with the beat guys down there, so we'll probably be getting quotes from that if they're not out tomorrow. See what more he had to say, but this is what he said in his statement. Quote, "I've had some difficult conversations with people I care about, my family, organization, coaches, the players," Vrabel said as part of an opening statement. Those have been positive and productive. We believe in order to be successful on and off the field, you have to make good decisions. That includes me. That starts with me. We never want our actions to negatively affect the team. You never want to be the cause of a distraction. What I can promise you is that my family, organization, team, the staff, coaches, everybody, our fans, most importantly, will get the best version of me going forward. Vrabel thanked the local reporters for their patience amid his silence during what we called a personal and private matter. He also stated it was important to me to have the conversation with the players first. I had that, which I did yesterday very candidly. Vrabel said he chose to speak Tuesday because he didn't want the Patriots players to be asked questions about him before he had addressed them or the media. He also didn't want to distract from the attention of the NFL draft, which begins April 23rd. The Patriots are scheduled to pick 31st. So, again, I think there was some genuine behavior and the way he spoke about it. He said he wanted to talk to the team first, then the media, before the cameras got and the microphones got in front of the players' faces. They did. They got ahead of it kind of crudely. They got him in. They had two players scheduled to talk today, and they canceled that at the last minute and sent Vrabel out there. So you didn't have a media circus, I guess, with a preordained press conference for Mike Vrabel. And, he didn't exactly take ownership of what he did, but he also didn't completely deny it. He just, again, very cool and calmly and kind of, I think, genuinely, professionally said, yeah, look, we're handling it on our own, but we're here for football now. And he's going to get pissed off at these questions real fast as they continue to roll in over the next couple of weeks, but we'll see how he handles it at that point, right?
Who's the player you think asked him if they fucked?
Kayshon Boutte.
Kayshon Boutte.
Yeah, Diggs isn't there, so he's
no Milton Williams. I bet Milton Williams has that kind of sense of humor. I bet probably is like, "Hey, coach, so? You guys fucked or what? You fucked or no?"
Barmer was like, "Did you smack her around a little bit?
Did she touch the thermostat? Did she touch the thermostat? If she touched the thermostat, I'll fucking kick her ass."
So there you go. Hopefully, with that press conference, we can move on. And the draft coming up in 2 days. I'm done talking about Vrabel and Rossini, but I don't think the other shoe to drop is Rossini's response somewhere down the line of trying to get back into the limelight, and we'll see what she wants to do with it. Who knows? The other news in the Patriots world, in the NFL world, is the draft, which I feel like has just really been a dud.
Yeah.
Even nationally, not a lot of buzz in this thing this year,
Nothing.
huh?
Feels like just a total snooze fest.
So I've got, we're not big college football guys. Bobby Bukaki pretends to be, but he's just a Michigan man and likes cheaters and losers. They're not losers; they win, but they
Little
cheat.
boys.
So I pulled the Patriots draft rumor tracker. I'm going to give you 6 or 7 rumors here, and you you guys decide which one you want to go on. I've got my opinion on kind of I think their biggest need and what I'd like to see them do early in the draft, but you tell me. So starting, we're going to go chronological, starting on April 14th all the way up to a couple days ago. Patriots have shown a lot of interest in Texas linebacker Trey Moore. I don't know anything about these players, but I'm going to give you a chance to respond to 1 or 2 of these rumors after I'm done. Clemson offensive tackle Blake Miller might come off the board as early as the late teens. Patriots have showed interest. They would have to trade up for him, obviously. Patriots tight ends Thomas Brown was at a Vanderbilt Pro Day putting projected day 2 tight end Ellie Stowers through drills. I think that's supposed to say Patriots tight end coach.
Yeah.
A possible sign of interest on the team's part. Ellie Stowers, tight end, day 2 tight end. Patriots trading for Eagles wide receiver A.J. Brown after June 1st considered likely. We've talked about that. More NFL teams are trying to trade down rather than trade up in the first round. A lot of suck bags at the end of this first round. For a second straight season, the wide receiver Kayshon Boutte is considered to be a potential trade candidate. Patriots might part with a first-round pick in 2027 or 2028 to facilitate the A.J. Brown trade. That's an interesting little tidbit if you want to touch on that. And then lastly, the Patriots have its interest in Arizona State offensive tackle Max Ihenacker.
Good try.
Ihenacker? Where do you want to go, Raymond? You want to talk about the tackles they're interested, the linebacker they're interested, the tight end, the A.J. Brown facilitation, Kayshon Boutte? What do you think the top story is on that rumor train?
They still want depth at the offensive line position right now. I mean, obviously that's not the biggest news, but I like that they're still addressing it. It was a big weakness for them last year. When one guy got hurt, there was no one really to fill that void. So I like how they're just getting as much depth as possible going into the offseason, doing its training camp with the offensive tackles that they're just trying to line up.
Bobby?
Elliot Wolf basically said that they're going to be drafting a linebacker. He was kind of on record saying that they like the linebacker class and they think that towards the middle rounds that's a good time to take a linebacker. That'll happen. They've also basically said they're going to draft a tight end. Vrabel said that. He was gushing over it. So I think a tight end pick and I think a linebacker pick is absolutely coming in this draft. I think that they certainly could draft a tackle at 31 if a tackle that they like is there, and if a defensive lineman or edge player that they would, I think, prefer has gone. But I think if there isn't one of those other sexier players at a position of need now that isn't there, that they'll take a tackle and stash them for next year.
Yeah, I think the likelihood of them sticking at 31 is pretty high because everyone in that spot's going to try to do the same thing, trade up or trade down, and they seem to want to hold on to their picks. Although they have 4 6th-round picks, so I don't know. They got like 11 total draft picks, so they're really going to use them all. It seems unlikely, but they did last year, right?
They did.
All right, so yeah, I agree with you. What everything you guys just said does not really scream that they are drafting for need. Or it does scream that they're drafting for need. They're not drafting the best player on the board. They need tackle help, depth, starter. Just any offensive line help would be great. I also heard Elliot Wolf talk about the trenches basically being a strength in this draft and how they like to do, play in the trenches, if you would. So whether that be a pass rusher or an offensive tackle, you think that's a likelihood. Even a linebacker if they want to step off the line a little bit. And certainly tight end. So is that a positive move for them, or would you rather them truly go for talent? If there's a wide receiver that slips to 31 and you got a tackle sitting there and consensus is the wide receiver's better, do you think they take the tackle or should they take the wide receiver?
Take the wide receiver.
They should take the best player.
Yeah.
If the whole position of need thing is true. Teams do that. It just depends on how much better and does he fit how you want to play. Just because he is considered a better prospect, but if that receiver isn't the type of receiver that you want, that would fit your system, that you think, it isn't right for you. You're just drafting a guy that you might not be able to use appropriately.
They've said that they don't draft for need, so I'm just interested to see how much they stick to that. If they come out of here, their first three picks are a edge rusher, tackle, and a linebacker. Well, I would say you're probably picking for need there. Which, if they're good players and they fit, fine. But I just don't like being sold bullshit. Okay,
yeah.
So you're identifying players. Hopefully, they identify players and they go get them. That's what I would like to see. Don't be smarter than everybody else, like we've seen a lot around town with these teams. Identify your guy at your spot and go get him. Stop fucking around. If it's a tackle, go get him. If it's a linebacker, go get him. Whether it's an early consensus, you're reaching, whatever. Trust your team, your scouting staff, and go get the players that you want. That's what I would like to see. That approach. Let me touch on this. AJ Brown facilitation. If they give up a first-round pick for AJ Brown after all this, then they need to get slammed. I don't think they're going to. I think it's a second and maybe a fourth or maybe a fifth. And maybe Kayshon Boutte. Seems like Kayshon Boutte could be on the move.
I don't understand why, though. If you have AJ Brown on one side, you'd want Kayshon Boutte on the other because he is a north-south kind of runner. He's not that slant or go inside slot to be that guy. You have Dobbs now that can go to the slot. So now you have AJ Brown, Kayshon Boutte, Dobbs. Boom.
2 questions. Who's a better player, Matt Collins or Kayshon Boutte?
Last year, Kayshon Boutte.
Wrong. Matt Collins. He can do more. He runs more routes, and he's a proven veteran. Secondly, Kayshon Boutte's contract is up next year. Will the Patriots sign him?
Well, probably not.
Okay. That's why they're going to trade him. And if you're the Eagles and you get back a young player with some upside on what will be a reasonable contract next year, that's a decent return. And it seems like they're stacking mediocre wide receivers to try and make up for AJ Brown left and right. So I can definitely see a second-round pick, Kayshon Boutte, and some type of 5th or 6th round swap flyer gets the deal done. If they get up a first, Bobby, and for AJ Brown with bad knees and bad attitude in Philadelphia, that's not worth it to me. That's not worth it to me.
Yeah, no, I would agree. At this point in his career, he's not worth a first and multiple picks. I mean, AJ Brown's not going to be around forever. If we trade for him and get 3 good years out of him, that's pretty much the best we could hope for. And to our point of drafting a receiver, they still need the next guy. So they still have to pursue the position, but it just has to fit.
I'm
and
not sure
they can't
give
get
a man named Kyle Williams.
Oh, I apologize. Yeah, I apologize. I have forgotten about Kyle Williams. He is a developmental star.
He is rising on the depth charts right now, like a shooting star. There you have it. There's the Patriots talk for you. If you like that, again, subscribe, rate, review, tell your friends, tell your mothers, and tell them to get back here every Tuesday night live. Tonight, we'll be back with just a little bit of Bruins talk right after this. The Celtics are dumb front-running pussies. This is the same team they have been for 4 years running.
Well, my worst nightmare came true. Missoula and Mayo are friends. What the fuck? Apparently, they've known each other since Virginia. They have these docking sessions where they talk about ball and managing people.
Vacation. I'm gonna quay all these. I'm gonna fucking watch them this week.
Do you say quay?
Is it not quay?
It's Q. It's Q. It's Q-U-E. You idiot.